Hello my honey buns. I hope you all had a lovely solstice. I didn't really get up to much this year. I just basically tried to relax more, which is something I rarely do for any of the festivals. I'm still trying to work out what I want to actually do when it comes to celebrating the festivals. So this year I just decided to take a break from trying to worry and stress about what I'm supposed to do and just relax on the day and do whatever comes to my mind, which was basically to do yoga, especially doing the sun salutation pose and all that. So I thought that was very fitting for this time of the year. But other than that, we just basically worked around the garden and just had a nice relaxing day. I just wanted to come on here and just say hello to you all and just say what's been happening to me. I made a blog post about this, but I thought I'd come on here and actually talk about it. And I am doing this outside, so if there is any noises and whatnot, then it is just that, because I am outside. And right in front of me, the moon at the moment is starting to rise up, so it is really beautiful and just empowering to see that rise while I'm trying to talk about the changes that are coming with my path. In the past, I've always spoke about how I always feel disconnected or lost or confused with my path. And for a time that was because there was new changes coming into my life and I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know where to go with it, so I thought that I had to give up everything that I was already practicing for this new part in my own practice. And for a while I did run away from it. I tried to ignore it as best as I could, just because I didn't really want to see the change coming. I didn't know what the change would bring, and I guess I was a little bit afraid of what would come with it. So that's basically been what's been happening with me for a very, very long time. Whenever change has started to approach, I run the other way and bury my head in the sand to try and forget about it. But this time I felt, and still do feel, very different with this change that has approached me. I didn't want to run away with it. I wanted to face it on and welcome it. For some time I've noticed the signs coming and I knew it was starting to approach, but I didn't know when. But I felt like I was more ready for this change to come about. And I'm still ready, and I'm really trying to embrace it now. For a long time I've always followed the Celtic pantheon, trying to follow the more Scottish and Irish pantheon, and I've never really been one to sort of mix other pantheons. And I'm sorry if there's a bit of wind. Like I said, I am outside, but I've never really been one to mix pantheons together. I didn't feel it was the best thing for me to do. I didn't feel comfortable with it, but now something inside of me has changed and I've opened my eyes to it, and I am welcoming it in. And it is the Norse pantheon, more so to do with Odin. He has been showing up quite a bit for me. Wherever I go, he's there. He's not pushing his way in, but he's very nosy about it. He wants to see what's going on, but not in the full-on sort of way, if that makes sense. Right now he's being really gentle. He's been really gentle towards me, and I think that is because I am still trying to get used to him and find my relationship with him. I've never really wanted to speak about deities that are coming to me before, because I like to try and be a bit more private and to work on that relationship together. But this time it's completely different. I feel like he wants me to be more open, and this is what he's trying to do to me, to embrace my openness and to be open-minded and open-hearted and just allow everything to pass through me and see what happens with that and how I feel with that coming along. So I definitely feel like he is pushing me closer to the edge, but he's not really trying to kick me off the edge. He just wants me to see the overall scenery of the landscape and see how high I am and see just everything from far away and just see what the world is like from up there, that sort of thing. And I don't feel like I want to sort of hide him either. I want to be more open. I want to talk about him more, and I've never really felt that with a god either. And the way I work with my deities, I have one goddess who is sort of the head of the deities. She works for the home, the family, the hearth, and I feel like Odin is gonna be the god of the home and the hearth. He's the one that I will go to most for protection for the family or the house and whatnot, whereas the other deities that I work with, they go into other areas in my practice. So yeah, I do feel like he is gonna be a very big part of my practice, and with that, sorry, my neighbours just switched on their light, so yeah, kind of caught me off guard. So yeah, he's definitely gonna be a big part of my practice, and I have did a little research to find that in Scotland, like, the Norse came over and they did worship Odin and all those. So in a way I feel a little bit, I don't know, because before I said I don't like mixing pantheons, but with this, knowing there's history in Scotland to do with the Norse and the Vikings, that sort of thing, I feel like, not relieved, but I don't know what the feeling is, and I'm hoping people understand that I feel it is a bit okay for me to work with those two pantheons together. And yeah, so I'm starting to bring Norse practices into my own practice, and I've always been interested in learning about the Norse and the Vikings and all that, but I've never really done it, and now I feel like this is my big chance to do so. So it's gonna be interesting to see where this really takes me, and I'm just embracing this change. I'm excited for it. I'm not afraid anymore of this coming. I feel like I've got my feet firmly in the ground now. I know my path. I know I don't have to give up anything now to bring change into it. I just need to figure out where these practices are going to go in my own practice. So yeah, that's just everything coming in. I'm just starting to feel a lot more confident with my path and myself and my spiritual self. I'm starting to go outside the box. I was always afraid before, but now I'm starting to feel a lot more stronger. I've got my guides and my partner and all the others that I work with on my side, and they're always there, and there's just been so many signs for me to say go for it. So that's what I'm gonna try and do, and that's what I wanted to come on here and share with you all. I don't know if this made any sense or what, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, and I hope the sound in the background wasn't too distracting. I'm trying to keep my voice down because it is 11 o'clock now. Yeah, 11 o'clock, and so I don't want to be shouting when people are trying to sleep. But that is what I'm gonna do, is go to sleep now. So I hope you all are doing well, and I'll speak to you all later.